Good evening. In this session, we are going to discuss regarding NPT. It stands for Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. So this is a multilateral agreement among the various states in the country for the complete disarmament of nuclear weapons. When I say nuclear weapons, these are highly destructive in nature. And say, for example, in the world, these nuclear weapons are officially they are permitted to be held by only five countries. These are the five permanent countries in United Nations Security Council that are called P5. These are also called nuclear weapon states, NWS. What are these states? If you look at the United States of America, UK, France, China and Russia. So China, Russia, France, UK and USA, these are the five states that are permitted to have the nuclear capability. Now what is the issue here? So as the world is developing, as the countries are developing, the nuclear weapon states may continue to dominate the non-nuclear weapon states. So obviously, when countries like India they are developing, they also need more security because they are also facing the security issues from other countries like China. So obviously, a country like India desperately need security even in the form of the nuclear weapons. That is the reason why India started developing its nuclear weapons, but it is not accepted by the rest of the world. So that is the reason why in the year 1968, nuclear non-proliferation treaty has been opened for the signatures, and that treaty came into effect in 1970. Periodically the time is being extended, and in the year 1995 it has been extended indefinitely. The basic idea with respect to NPT is to completely going for disarmament of nuclear weapons. For example, if you look at USA and Russia, these are considered to be two most powerful states in military in the world. But as far as the nuclear stockpile is concerned, Russia got more nuclear stockpile when compared to America. It seems that Russia has got more than 800, meaning more than 800 additional nuclear warheads when compared to United States of America. But operational stockpile, the number of operational stockpile with respect to America is 1650, and with that of Russia is 1600. So there is a difference. And when you come to this China, France and UK has the lowest number of this nuclear stockpile as far as this P5 nations or NWS states are concerned. Now, if you look at other countries apart from this P5, India and Pakistan, they are possessing nuclear weapons. It seems that Pakistan has more number when compared to India. Pakistan has got 165 and India has got 160. On the other side, if you look at countries like Israel and also North Korea, they are suspected to be possessing the nuclear weapons. But that has to be, verified again and again. These countries have claimed, even North Korea also claimed that they have the nuclear weapons. Now the point is that whether this nuclear non-proliferation treaty has to be implemented very strictly, make all the states to become the signatories in this one, and with respect to these P5 states, they have to destroy completely and they go for the disarmament of nuclear weapons completely? Or should you also allow other countries to possess the nuclear weapons and nuclear weapon technology? For example, if you look at Australia, UK, and USA. UK and USA, they are supporting Australia with respect to nuclear weapon technology because Australia developed a threat from China. So obviously, Australia may need more security, and that security can be provided through the nuclear weapons when compared to the conventional weapons. So if China knows that Australia is also possessing the nuclear weapons, then obviously China will not be daring to attack Australia through nuclear weapons because Australia will retaliate back again with the nuclear weapons. So this is what is happening. Now the point is that whether NPT should be continued, whether all countries must go for that, especially the P5 nation should go for the complete disarmament of nuclear weapons, or should you allow other countries to possess the nuclear weapons and nuclear weapon technology so that that will be acting like a deterrent? So this is the main question that we have today, right? So regarding that, I have the information and I am going to share that information with you now. Kindly remember, there are certain treaties like CTBT, comprehensive test ban treaty, so many, SALT 1, SALT 2, like this various other treaties are there. But these treaties have been signed but are not effectively signed by all the nations in the world. Now let's have a look at this. I am opening the document. Kindly have a look at this. So NPT stands for Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Cessation of the nuclear arms race and working towards not just more peaceful uses of nuclear energy but also towards complete nuclear disarmament have been the primary goals of NPT. Very, 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 very important one. It is not just going ahead with the peaceful uses of nuclear energy, but also you should go for the complete nuclear disarmament. These two are considered to be the primary goals of NPT. Please remember, NPT was opened for signatures in the year 1968 and it came into effect in the year 1970. Look at this. So when you are looking at this, it is very easy on the paper. It has been anything but, while the what and why are fairly straightforward aspects of the treaty. But when it comes to the concept of how is where the real challenge lies. Meaning, you want to go for the peaceful use. Agreed. You want to go for the complete nuclear disarmament. That is also agreed. Now you have the answers for what and why. It is very easy to answer. But how do you go for it? How do you go for, the complete nuclear disarmament? That is the biggest challenge. That is the real challenge. Very, very, very important aspect we are discussing now. Clear? Look at this. When it comes to the nuclear competition among major powers could encourage states without nuclear weapons to acquire their own, right? But an ideal way to solve this would be for all nuclear states to abandon their nuclear stockpile. So if all the nations that are possessing the nuclear arms, they must abandon the complete stockpile. Very, 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 very important one. Is that okay? Now, but again, kindly remember how that is the biggest challenge that is lying here. Look at this. So, when it comes to a more practical solution, which for the longest time did work, but now seems to be waning, it is to go for nuclear deterrence among large powers and provide a nuclear umbrella to a non-nuclear states. Kindly look at this one. Whatever the goal you have in the beginning, the objective may change over a period of time because of the circumstances. Had all the P5 nations, they would have gone for the abandoning of their nuclear weapons earlier, this situation would not have arisen. But now the situations have been changed completely. So instead of going for completely abandoning this one, why can't you provide a nuclear umbrella to the non-nuclear states? This is the place again where this P5 NWS will come into domination. Look at this. The hegemonic rise of China, the imperialist concept of China, expansionism policy of China is really threatening the entire world today, because China is giving loans to many countries and it is clipping the wings of those countries now. Look at this. The hegemonic rise of China and its debt trapping tactics in order to gain access to other countries' key infrastructure projects. This is what is happening currently. This is what is happening for quite a long time. China wants to rule the world. It wants to become the most powerful nation in the world. It will become by giving loans to other countries, knowing very clearly that other countries will not be in a position to pay back soon. Then the important strategic projects in those countries can be taken over by China, and the China can continue its domination in other countries. Clear? And this has led other countries within China's immediate sphere of geographical influence to wonder if they need to acquire or develop strategic capabilities to safeguard the security. Meaning, the actions of countries like China, they are prompting other nations that they need to increase, they need to develop, they need to strengthen their strategic capabilities to safeguard their security, and the future will be very difficult for the nations. The current situation with regard to Ukraine and Russia does not seem to paint a pretty picture either. And if you look at Australia through AUKUS, it stands for Australia, UK, and USA, seems to be on a path to acquire nuclear capabilities to its naval fleet in a bid to counter China. This is what I told you in the beginning. You must be very clear with these type of points. These points must be written in the examination to score better. Clear? Mere writing few fundamentals with respect to NPT will not serve the purpose. What is happening latest? What is happening in the recent past? What exactly happened just before you write the examination? Those things must be written in the examination. Got it? So this may seem like an effective counter to China's belligerence into the Indo-Pacific, but the ramifications could be severe as it sets a terrible precedent. Meaning, today you have a group here: AU, KUS, Australia, UK, and USA, and tomorrow similar type of groups may also be started. They also may be acquiring nuclear weapons and nuclear weapon technology. Then obviously this is going to be established as a terrible precedent, right? So this is not going to be, you know, in peaceful manner in future. Am I clear? Right? So we'll be going ahead to discuss more on this one. Look at this. So these are all the other treaties that have already been signed, right? You know, this PTBT, right? SALT 1, SALT 2, right? You know, this is CTBT, fine, and TPNW. It stands for Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. So these are all the various treaties that have already been signed earlier, right? Now, so if you look at this, you know, there is no clear depth of treaties and agreements. You have security threats on one side. In order to reduce those threats, you are going for the treaties. Hence, there is no depth. As far as these treaties are concerned, they are right more than sufficient. And yet, the situation has not improved considerably. If you have a treaty, if you don't implement the treaty, what is the use of this? Apart from this NPT, you also have many other treaties. They are signed, they are in operation. But the situation is not improving. What does it indicate? That indicates that nuclear weapon states domination is continuing. Other non-nuclear weapon states are trying to acquire this nuclear weapons and that technology. If you look at this outside permanent 5, I told you permanent 5 stands for China, France, Russia, UK, and USA. So outside this P5, if you look at India and Pakistan, they are known to possess nuclear weaponry. There is no doubt. These 5 states, they are possessing the nuclear weapons. But outside these P5, 2 more countries are 100% they are possessing the nuclear weapons. They are India and Pakistan. But when it comes to Israel, Israel is strongly suspected of possessing it. North Korea has nuclear weapon programs, but its actual possession of the nuclear weapons is debated, meaning not sure. It has in recent times conducted multiple missile tests. Who? North Korea. Remember very clearly, officially permitted were P5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Outside this P5, you have 2 more countries with the gunshot, with 100% possession of the nuclear weapons. They are India and Pakistan. Entire world knows it. Suspected countries are Israel and North Korea, right? And similarly, if you look at the number of these weapons that are being possessed by, these nations here. If you look at P5, China's current stockpile is around 350, France 290, Russia 6257, UK 225, and America 5600. Please look at the numbers very clearly. Highest is with Russia and lowest is with UK with respect to P5 nations. But While the difference between America and Russia may look considerable, the operational stockpile of Russia is 1600 and that of America is 1650. Right? But if you look at outside P5, Pakistan is possessing 165 and India 160. Right? Israel and North Korea are also claiming that they are possessing or have enough fissile material so that build approximately 90 for Israel and 45 for North Korea. Right? Very, very important one. And when it comes to the world's stockpile, it peaked during 1980s and started to reduce considerably until 2005. Right? Since then, most of the reduction has come from the dismemberment of the retired stockpile. Very, 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 very important one. So if you look at the development in technologies, it also means that the world keeps seeing new ways to deploy these nuclear weapons, which is another worrying trend. So actions must be taken very seriously. And in order to see the world which is considered to be a peaceful world, all the countries are expected to act together, go for the complete disarmament of these nuclear weapons. That is the only solution for continuation of the peace in the world. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next session.